All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the Achaeans who are out there pushing this truth for the edification of the body and for the building of the church. To you I salute. I want to do this brief lesson, which is entitled Graven Images Past and Present. Graven Images Past and Present. The first precept we want to begin with is Ecclesiasticus 3 and 15. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 3 and 15. And Salakia. Ecclesiasticus 3 and verse 15. And it states, that which had been is now, and that which is to be had already been, and Yahweh require it that which is past. Okay? Yahweh require it that which is past. All right? That which was of the past is now, and that which is to come has already been. Okay? And it is required by Yahweh. Okay? All right. And the next precept we're going to go into is Daniel chapter 3, verse 1. Okay? Daniel chapter 3, verse 1. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been. Okay? Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel 3 and 1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, okay, made an image of gold, okay, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth was of 6 cubits. All right? He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the provision of Babylon. Okay? This is Babylon, okay, during the Syrian Empire, okay, the time of Cyrus. All right? Okay? And the next precept we're going to go to, so Salakia, in like manner, this practice was also common with the kingdoms prior. Okay? This practice was also common with the kingdoms before, because they worship idols also. Okay? All the gods of the nations are idol. Okay? That's which is stated. The gods of the nations are idol. So all the kingdoms, okay, that reign upon this earth worshiped idol gods. Okay? Right? But this is Nebuchadnezzar during the rulership of Nebuchadnezzar. All right? So it is common among the nations. This is, okay, particularly, mainly this beast nation, okay, who is in rulership, okay, who likewise worship the god of Esau, okay. This beast nation that is in rulership worship, okay, the god of Esau, all right. And to give you some facts or information on that, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, all right, 14 and 12. Wisdom of Solomon, all right. For the devising of idol was the beginning of spiritual fornication, okay. Having their voice idols was the beginning of worship, was spiritual fornication, okay. And the invention of them, the corruption of life, okay. So the voicing of idol was the beginning of spiritual fornication, all right, and the invention of them corrupted life, okay. For having the voice form of worship was the beginning of spiritual fornication. As a result, the invention corrupted life. Life was corrupted, all right. For the command went out, all right, from kings. This was the command went out from the rulers back in those time in the day. All right, let's go to Daniel 3 and 4. Daniel 3 and 4. All right, let's go to Daniel 3 and 4. Then an herald cried aloud. Okay, then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nation, and language, that what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, okay, the psaltery, okay, the psalmer, okay, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image, okay, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, set up. So this was a command given to the kings, okay, by the kings back in those days. It was commanded by the king that, okay, this idol that was set up, this golden image, all right, when they hear these music, okay, instrument play, they were to fall down and worship the golden idol, all right. Likewise, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 15, okay, 15 and 16. For a father being afflicted with the untimely mourning, when he had made an image, he made an image. This was a painting, okay, made an image of his child soon taken away, okay, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, all right, and delivered to those that were under him, okay, ceremonies of sacrifice. So this was a dead man, all right. They took an image of the dead man, all right, and honor him as a god, all right. This is what they did, all right, is being worshipped today, all right, the image of this dead man, okay, after the commands of king, all right. So let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 16, okay. Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom, grown strong, was kept as a law, okay, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, okay. Graven images were worshipped by the commandments of king. A printed or painting, okay, an image that was painted of Cesar Borgia, aka Jesus Christ, okay, were worshipped, okay, due to the command of king. As a result of the command of king and the popes, okay, the leaders back in those days. However, okay, the Hebrew boys refused, okay, to worship the golden image, all right. As stated, they refused to worship the golden image, okay. Let's go to Daniel 3 and 12. Daniel 3 and 12. Salakia. Daniel 3 and 12. There were certain Jews whom thou set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. Okay? They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden images which thou hast set up. Okay, so these three boys, all right, these Hebrew boys refused to worship, all right, the golden image that was set up by King Nebuchadnezzar, all right. So they were, as a result, thrown into the fiery furnace. The Hebrew boys disregarded the king's command and remained steadfast, okay, with their worship of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right. And as a result, all right, the election of this kingdom, all right, will do likewise. The election of Israel, all right, will do likewise, okay. Just as the Hebrew boys did and not worship the golden image of King Nebuchadnezzar, the election of Israel in this day and time will not worship Cesar Borgia, or aka who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Okay? All right? So, the next precept we're going to go to is Romans 11 and 7. Romans 11 and 7. Romans 11 and 7. Okay? What then? Okay? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh. Okay? Which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Israel has not obtained the true salvation, the gospel. Okay? Okay? Israel, the majority of Israel was deceived by, okay, this false pagan Christian doctrine, this idol, this image of Cesar Borgia. 2/3 of Israel were deceived, okay? Bow down and worship this image of Cesar Borgia, this golden, not this golden image, but this painting of Cesar Borgia. It's suggestible in every Israelite home, okay? Every home today or churches have this image, this painting, all right? This idol, okay, of Baal, this Baal worshiping a Caucasian white man. When the Bible tell you that, give you the image in Revelation 1 and 14 and 15, stating that his head and his hair were white like wool, and his eyes was like a flame of fire, and his feet was like fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace. So Israel did not obtain the true gospel of a Mashiach, but the election have obtained it. Okay? The election was not blinded, was not deceived. All right? They didn't bow down and worship Cesar Borgia. Okay? All right? They remained faithful as the Hebrew boys did. All right? Back in the days of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Okay? So the image that is given us today of, okay, the painting of Jesus Christ, all right, the election will not bow down to this. All right? The next precept, the last precept we're going to go into is Isaiah 10 and 22. Isaiah 10 and 22. Okay? Isaiah 10 and 22. And it states, all right, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant shall be saved. Okay? Yet a remnant of them, okay, shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Okay? Only a remnant shall be saved. Okay? The election, all right? 2/3 will be cut off and die because they will worship this image of Cesar Borgia. Okay? But the election will remain faithful, all right, and serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I hope this lesson was edifying and it served its purpose. Shalom.